Kia ora fam, welcome to another video on the channel. Today we're talking about the team lists, both provided by the All Blacks and England, as this week they get set to match up in what is going to be a very good game, I believe. It's going to be very physical, very tough, especially with the teams that we have both announced. First thing we want to talk about is the big news coming out of All Blacks camp this week, is that Caleb Clarke failed his HIA following the Scotland game and has been ruled out for the week. That brought in the chance and I guess the curiosity for the fans to start speculating whether or not, or well, who was going to replace Caleb Clarke in the game. A lot of names are thrown around, but with what we've got, I believe it is a pretty good option, and I actually like it. So we will dive into that very shortly. A few other things was with that speculation came a pretty not shock, but I think it was a bit of a shock announcement. Samipeni Finau and Luke Jacobson both headed home for alternating reasons. I believe Finau, there was an illness in the family, and Luke Jacobson going home due to a head knock. But that brought in the opportunity to bring in players from the All Blacks 15, which included Josh Berry, Christian Leo-Willie, and Caleb Tangitau. Now, Caleb Tangitau is, of course, a winger, and speculation started growing about the possibility of having Tangitau thrown into the deep end as quick as possible, but obviously that was not the case. Excuse me. So, let's go ahead and dive into... Let's start with the England squad and what they're going to bring to the table. So that there is the England squad, and of course they've named one heck of a team. You've got a pretty strong front line, and Finn Baxter, Jamie George, and Joe Hayes, Maro Toja and Alex Cole's locking in behind them. Guy Pepper, Sam Underhill, and Ben Earl all coming into the loose trio. Alex Mitchell, George Ford are the halves pairing for the game. Faye Waboso, Fraser Dingwall, and Lawrence all pairing up with Tom Roebuck, with Freddie Stewart locking them down at the back. And what Mr. Damien McKenzie, big shout out to him, has aptly named the Pom Squad, which can be a very fitting name, I would imagine. They've named a pretty hefty squad. It's a 6-2 split, obviously, as you can see. Cowan Dickey, Genge, Stewart, Cunningham South, Curry, and Pollock, along with Spencer and Marcus Smith coming in off the bench. And this is a pretty terrifying team, in my opinion. You've got so many very good players, so many strong players as well, and Marcus Smith coming off the bench, especially with his late game and his clutch awareness, and the fact that he can slot that ball from just about anywhere on that field at the moment, is a terrifying prospect. Henry Pollock coming in the 21 jersey. It's going to be a very tough game for the All Blacks, but let's have a look at their squad. And this is the squad that the All Blacks have announced approximately an hour and a half ago as I'm filming this. Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, Fletcher Newell starting in the front row once again, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. Scott Barrett returns after a mild injury. Fabian Holland pairs up with him in the locks. Simon Parker makes his way back into the squad with Ardie Savea and Peter Lakai all at the back. Cam Roigard and Beauden Barrett are the halves pairing for the game. Lester Fainga'anuku returns to the wing as the replacement for Caleb Clarke, where that brings in Billy Proctor at the 13, of course, alongside Quinn Tupaia and Leroy Carter, with Will Jordan holding it down at the back. And on the bench, obviously calls for a wee bit more of a change. Samisoni Taukei'aho, Tamaiti Williams, Wasilio Tossi, Josh Lord, Wallace Satiti, Cortez Ratama, Ansel Leonard Brown makes his way back into the squad, and Damien McKenzie in the 23 jersey. That's the 23 for the All Blacks. I think it is a very strong 23 as well. Obviously, not the strongest I think we can field, but with what we have, I do think it is a very competitive team. Let's start with, Cam Roigard and Cortez Ratama. I do believe they are going to be the halves for the next 2 years, I would say. Um, of course, Cam Roigard coming off an injury and coming straight back into the squad and just picking up where he left off. Um, touch wood, no more injuries, but as long as that doesn't happen, I don't see anyone replacing those two um, in the All Black squad anyway. Cole Preston can make a pretty solid shout for himself. Finley Christie um, can be the backup when need be if any of those other two there need a bit of a break. But yeah, so that's the All Black squad that we've got for this game. And it's going to be a very good game. It's Sunday morning, 14 a.m. New Zealand time. Of course, both teams putting up as strong as possible squads. A few of the England players coming back from injury and returning after a little bit of time away, and same with the All Blacks. But it's going to be a very interesting game, I think. Do I think the All Blacks will win? I do think so. Will it be a close game? I think if Scotland has taught us anything, is that anyone on their day can beat a top tier squad, and the All Blacks are a top tier squad. Um, at the moment, England are probably, I would say, maybe our third biggest challenge, possibly fourth. Of course, behind South Africa and Ireland, and you could put a kind of asterisk in third and fourth between Australia and England. Uh, but wow, what a game! It's going to be a very exciting game. Again, I don't think I'll watch it live. I'll watch it when I wake up on Sunday morning, and then I will film and release my review. Um, yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say about this game. Can't think right now. But anyway, I'll call it there. Um, yeah, look, once again, guys, I want to thank you so much again for the support, both on Instagram and YouTube. If you haven't followed my Instagram, Big Kiwi Sports, written right there, please go do so for me. A massive, I don't know if you ever watched this YouTube video, but a massive shout out to Myth Rugby, Myth Damien McKenzie. Absolute legend, and I really appreciate his support and backing. Yeah, that's all. Thanks very much, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment with what kind of content you want to see down there. I could do some cricket content. Black Caps have just wrapped up their series with West Indies, winning it 3-1. But yeah, if you guys want to see any content, golf, rugby, league, basketball, the NBA season is in full swing. The NFL season is in full swing. If you want to see any reviews about that, please do let me know. Either flick me a message on Instagram or comment in the section down below. Yeah, once again, thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.